Alright, I'm going to show you my 0 DPS Cyclone Shockwave Jugg. Talk about the Jugg after I run this map. I don't know what the DPS is, but it's probably less than 1 million. But it gets the job done. And the reason it gets the job done is each one of these Cyclone hits is like 500,000. So for the regular mobs, they die in one shot for the most part. Even 8% increased pack size on this map. Oh no. the biggest problem with this build. Single target. But let's show some of the defenses. This build's a great vibe build. Put this build on and you just spin around, blow things up. Not very quickly, but for the most part, you're not going to die. Very difficult to die. Let's see if I can get him to follow me, because we're going to be here a while. Come on. Follow me. There we go. Inch it forward. There we go. Now we can fight them and pull in other people at the same time. Oh yeah, I can use Shockwave the way it's supposed to be played. So one of the best things about Shockwave is those stacks store up, right? So now I'm at 0 stacks, so I can move forward, pick up loot, let the stacks build up, and when I come back, just unload the stacks. So if you're conscious enough of your playstyle, you can actually play it that way. It works pretty well. It's just a really smooth mapper that way, because you can pick stuff up between, you know, Shockwave bursts. If you're paying enough attention. I usually don't pay enough attention. And you do it for like quick movements. Hit a couple shockwaves and then move to the next target as they charge up. Just a really smooth playstyle. And because you're always moving, even when you're cycloning, you're not moving as quickly, but you're still moving. So that's what makes it feel like such a good build. You're just constantly on the move, constantly doing damage. And you get to fight everyone a little bit longer, which sounds stupid, but after you play like a really high damage build, you're not really fighting any enemies. You're just going through and picking up loot. Enemies all die in your wake, which is the goal of the game. But after playing that for a while, sometimes you actually want to feel the combat. And a lower DPS build will allow you to do that. And low DPS with high defenses will allow you to feel it and then not have to go back to town from dying. What I'm saying is don't hate on the build because it got low damage. Because it definitely got low damage. But I think this will be my final Marauder build. I think this is my favorite out of all of them. It does the least amount of damage, but I think it's my favorite. Unlike this boss, which was my least favorite. It's like my favorite map. Map has the worst boss. Alright, let's get on out of here and talk about Captain McJuggerson. Alright, we are a Jugg. I have Unstoppable. I could grab Undeniable, but the attack speed doesn't really help me. The accuracy does, but the attack speed is not that beneficial. It will raise my DPS number. It'll make Cyclone do a lot more damage, but it won't make Shockwave do any damage, and Shockwave is what I want to do all my damage. So, unflinching, just for endurance charges. It's nice and thick. You know, we get 6. A lot of physical damage mitigation. This bad boy here doubles my body armor. Applies it to cold and lightning and fire, which is really good because, you know, a lot of my damage is coming in as elemental damage. And this is a lot of life regeneration. Now, the main reason I can run this build is this mace. Tons of flat damage. And it's even got the 8% explicit physical. I could corrupt it and put the quality to 30, but I might want to recolor these gems or, you know, stuff like that. So I haven't done that yet. It's not that much damage, but it is more damage, and that's what this build needs. I'm able to use Ming's Heart with this build very easily because I am using Cleansing Water. Somewhere around here. One of these guys is Cleansing Water. There you go. And that means all my fire resistance applies to other elemental resistances, and I have that in conjunction with Tempered by War. And there we go. I don't have it all the way to 90 because I was trying to get it on my gloves, but I happen to get Herald of Purity has 23% increased buff effect, which is really nice. So I gave up on that. I'm still trying to roll the top part to something good, but let's move on. Body armor is spectacular. +2 to all maximum resistances. And then it has massive armor. It's got mana reservation, physical damage as other elements. It's not perfect because I think I'd rather have life, but you know, 7% physical damage reduction is really good. It's a pretty damn solid body armor. It's not perfect because I want life on it, but having more armor might even be better than more life. I don't know. But what's important is you either get +2 to maximum resistances or +2 to fire. Circle of Guilt, this one increases the Herald of Purity buff effect by 51%, and then 61% increased physical damage while affected by Herald of Purity. We're pumping up physical damage with this build. We have 3 physical damage cluster jewels. This one has the reduced to elemental, and I get some elemental, so I don't have that one selected, which is fine because I'm short on passives anyways. Battle Harden is very good. You want that on everything. And then this one is just the 35% fizz. I don't care about the other thing. But Battle Hardened is what you want. Go up here. Our accuracy is perfectly tuned to be above our life. Accuracy of 3,159 versus 3,143. Giving us 40% increased attack damage. The boots are excellent. These are probably some of the best boots I've ever owned for this kind of a build. It's got the 10% increased movement speed if you haven't been hit recently, plus 12% movement speed if you haven't been hit recently, plus 30% movement speed. That's all really good, and I'm doing a lot of physical damage, so 5% of physical is extra cold is great. That's going to be chilling things. And then 2% to maximum fire resistances, which just synergizes absolutely beautifully. This amulet I'm mostly only using because I found it, and it's good for the build. And you know, I get a little bit of pride knowing that I'm using a piece of gear that actually dropped for me versus buying one. But you can buy a better one. The mana's a dead node, and the strength's a dead node, so you can get one with chaos resistance or, you know, anything else. Nowhere near a perfect amulet. And this bad boy is giving us a ton of armor and life regeneration, because over here I grabbed these 2 bad boys for 14% of physical damage, or it was 14, now it's 4%, and then every 10 seconds gain 30%. And I grab that so I can grab this regenerate 1% of life per each 1 capped fire resistance, and that is going to be like 250, and that's a lot of flat life regeneration. That is very, very good. And all of these bad boys are my fire resistance nodes. This is how I'm getting so much fire resistance, because I don't really have that much fire resistance on my gear. Typically I would run fire resistance rings, but both of these rings are just so good for this build that I don't need to run the fire resistance rings. But I have fire here, I have fire and chaos there, no fire there, and then fire there. So I only have a few pieces of gear with fire resistance on it, and I'm still able to get that high. So it's really not that difficult to get way up in there in the numbers. And then when I'm mapping, this flask will pop, and the benefits from these ruby flasks are just huge. So you see that life regeneration, it pumps up. The armor pumps up. The fire resistance pumps up. It pumps up everything. So watch it drop. Boop. So that flask is just huge for this build. So that runs and it keeps you alive pretty solidly. I think that's it. I think that's all I really have to demonstrate. I don't have anything special. Oh, I got another 9% of physical damage taken from hits, taken as fire while affected by Herald of Purity. This one's pretty hot. And this gear is all kind of pretty hot. Like, these boots are hot. This pair of gloves is really hot. Especially because that accuracy rating, which is allowing me to use the mace with such high accuracy, because the mace has, you know, negative 500 accuracy. Plus I put the accuracy here, which is really nice, because then you don't have to grab one of these accuracy nodes, which really doesn't help you out that much, neither one of these. So you just put these accuracy nodes here on your way to getting precise technique. It just all kind of synergizes very nicely. I like it a lot. I actually ran into the 50 tattoo limit on this build, because you can only have 50 tattoos on your tree, so I had to start removing a bunch of tattoos, because I've been just reusing this character over and over and over again for multiple builds. That his tattoos is pretty bonkers. Oh, we got one of those. Here we go. Here we go. Lame. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what all the mods are. I just roll it until I see something I like. Not knowing what I could like. It's exciting. Ignorance is bliss. Alright, I'm going to run another map here. Now that I've showed you the build, just for some vibey times. And then after this map, I'll run a bunch of invitations. I have a bunch of invitations to run. Let's go to the temples. I like the pack size with the temple. I'm just using my small scarabs. So I switched to this grand design setup that I have to use my scarabs. I build up scarabs, and then I switch grand design and here just to get these big, beefy pack size maps. Profitability is super low on it for the investment. But the fun factor is it's just there. The fun factor is just there. I mean, watch this map. Underground river. It's like a straight shot, perfect for Cyclone. And the density is going to be dummy thick. And look how quickly I run when I got that phase run going. I'm a turbo son of a bitch. I don't even have a movement speed flask on. So the build's pretty quick. Look at that. That's just satisfying, right? Probably shouldn't kill this metamorph because it's gonna waste my bloom shrine, but here, follow me. I think they do a pretty good job of following. Yeah. And you can run this as a berserker, but Cyclone Shockwave just doesn't synergize well with the berserker. You get all that attack speed that's just kind of wasted. And being the Jugg just makes you virtually invulnerable. You can really juice up your maps or just not pay attention and stand on damage over time and die. If you're paying attention, you're just not gonna die. Which is just a cool feeling. If you want to make the build even tankier, you can use that amulet. It's real popular now that recovers your life before you get hit. I forget what it's called, but that'll make you even stronger. But that's getting to like gluttonous levels of defenses. Divine orb. Tinky tink. Tinky tinky tinky. Tinky tink. That's my divine orb song. Kinda wish I didn't do it. Kinda feeling a little judged right now. You guys can't tell me you ain't got your own little fucking songs and dances for divine orb drops. Come on now. We both play this game. We know what it's like. We don't need to pretend that we don't get a little giddy. Even if we already have a billion divines, it's a good time every time. Lights up our little dopamine receptors. Just like the sound of that boom, boom, boom. I don't know if that's Herald of Ash or if that's the Cyclone sound, but I like it. Love me some regret. I think I'm working on my next build. It's gonna be a Pathfinder. I'm leveling it up. I did like 2 hours of it last night, and I do not like running through the campaign. It just stopped. I was like playing the game, and then it just stopped moving, and I was like, shit, and then I just turned it off and did something else. I really hate running through the campaign, but I have a pretty interesting idea for a Pathfinder. No clue if it'll work. I could path to building it, but I don't want to. I want to see if it'll work. Like, I get these ideas in my head, and I'm just curious if the idea will work, and I'd rather figure that out in-game, wasting time and currency, than to do it in POB, because if I do it in POB, I'm almost guaranteed not to build the build, because of the numbers won't look good. And I want to build the build, regardless of how good the numbers look. Oh. Here. Waiting in anticipation for me to talk about what the build's gonna be. I know you are. Alright, alright. I'll divulge a little bit about the build. It's a Pathfinder, as I said. It's gonna be using Rage Vortex. I know. Pathfinder with Rage Vortex. Why do you want to be a Pathfinder and using Rage Vortex? Well, the answer is the Pathfinder is going to be popping a lot of flask, right? Then you get that node where you gain a % of your life for every flask that you pop, and then use Calm's gloves to generate rage based on life regeneration. And life regeneration no longer applies to your life, and the potions are going to be what heal your life, and those potions will be popping like madman, so your life's not going to go down when you're using. A Rage Vortex with Calm's gloves. I just think that's a pretty good synergy. Then, all my damage is going to be Chaos, and I'm going to be using the Wither effect and Poison. So it's going to be a Poison, Chaos damage, Rage Vortex build. No clue how good it's going to be. I'm thinking of using Echo Forge as the weapon. But I haven't found a good Echo Forge. I found one, but it was like 1,000,000 divine. I want to get one with increased area of effect and life. I don't care too much about attack speed, but AoE and life would be real nice. Boom, 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 boom. I think I want more of that. Hell yeah, look at that. It's like the 4th of fucking July, my dude. It's so good. It is so good. %, increased pack size. they really ain't got a shot at killing me. Let's take a break and pick up this loot. It's just a good time. This build is just a good time. You play it, you have fun. What more could you ask for? More damage? Gee, you don't need that. Don't let anyone convince you need more damage. Damage is perfectly not fine. Alright, I'm gonna do some of the worst content this build does. This build is super good at running the Maven invitations just because you won't die, but it is pretty slow. Okay, we got this guy. He is fully pumped up and ready to go. I can't do less accuracy. That one should be fine. That one should be fine. That one should be fine. So this is the worst content you can do with this build, which is bossing. It's the opposite of a bosser build. So you're gonna see the worst thing this thing does. And the reason I like to run the worst thing that your build does is so you can determine whether or not this is acceptable for you. If this is too slow for you, this build is not for you. If you need more speed than this is not the kind of build you want to be building. Do they have increased life? Yeah, so they have 43% of extra energy shield, but they don't have increased life. This is taking forever. But I shouldn't die. I think I'm gonna focus on this boss right here. The fire bro. I have to focus on one of them because the energy shield, as soon as I move away, I'm gonna start recharging. Come on, get to 50% life for punishment. Finally, it looks like I'm doing a little bit of damage. But as you see, these jabronis, they ain't even got it. They ain't him. They can't kill me. The Baron ones, they might be able to get me. Because he's got those Baron squares, and you kind of have to, play smartly. Alright, one down. This will go for the electric guy next. His energy shield's the lowest. I should have put Rage. No, Rage probably not very good. I don't know the best 6 links to use. I could use Hypothermia because I think I'm chilling. I don't know how to tell if I can shield these guys or not. But I think I'm chilling. And if I'm chilling, then I do the more damage thing. I don't even remember what I'm using right now. Where'd the electric guys just being a douche. He's probably the wrong one to go second. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I got Cyclone, Awaken Melee Fizz, Pulverize. Cruelty, and one more. Fortify. So there's probably a better setup out there. I don't know what it would be. Cruelty's pretty lame, but it's easy to get. And the damage isn't too bad. We'll go Fire Bro next. Yeah, this is really slow. I wonder if I have enough to refund. I only have 7. I can put Undeniable on. It'll increase the Cyclone damage. It might be a good idea. God, it's so slow. It's definitely not even 1,000,000 damage. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was so punishingly slow. But the rewards are good. I mean, this is like half of... Is it like a divine now? Oh, I don't have Awakened POE trade open. Alright. Let us pop some regret. I don't think I need this. It's just a lot of life regeneration. I have plenty of life regeneration. Let's run it like that. Maven has not witnessed enough. Oh, I gotta run a Hydra for that. I thought I had it. Definitely getting rid of. Actually, I don't know who to get rid of first. The square guy is pretty awful, but so is the flag guy. Oh, they're immune to curses. It's gonna take even longer. Gotta get off the square. Don't be so mean to me. Oh, they're probably on umbrellas that I can't see. Yeah, they're probably in umbrellas, aren't they? And there was a square under me, but I couldn't see because of the poison. Oh, these guys are terrible. This is when you need just ultimate DPS. square. Oh, a flag. I can't see if they're on a square. Here, let's start over fresh over here, guys. Should have dashed out. I was taking too much damage. Yeah, that life regeneration's pretty nice. Let's, this hurts me to get rid of it. That movement speed. Gotta kill the flags. Doing a flag that I can't see. Oh no, he's taking damage. That poison's hurting. Woo! That took forever. So that is the absolute worst content you can do for this build. You saw it. If that is acceptable to you, then you can use this build. Of course, you can also use this build without doing that content. So we needed to run a Hydra, it said. Hydra. Hydra. So this is the ideal kind of content. Regular T16 maps. Feel the explosions. Let's look at some defenses while running around. Look at that armor, boys. That armor is gonna apply to fire, lightning, and cold resistances as well. So it just makes you very, very tanky. Look at some Shockwave. Oh, it doesn't say that. Oh, that on defense, that's why. Look at those weird damage types. We got a big old chunk of fire. We got a big old chunk of light. Well, we got no lightning. We got a big old chunk of chaos. We got cold. Kind of weird, right? Doing every damage type. Why not? Let's just go. Let's do it. Using these scarabs, so it's only 63% increased pack size. Just feels like you're dropping a nuke every time you hit with that shockwave. He's healed all the way up. Oh, I hate you, Maven. I hate you. My damage is so low. My damage is so low. Punishment makes a world of difference. Hit me so I can curse you with punishment. Come on. There we go. I'm using punishment because I do chaos damage, I do physical damage, I do cold damage, fire, I do it all. So punishment is like the only curse that can really work for all of those, and I don't crit, so I can't really use a mark. Punishment's kind of the only option. Alright, I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through another one of the invitations, but I will do a high delirium map. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a high delirium. Sure. Why not? Ooh. Elemental weakness, that's fine. I can do all of that. We got a 30% pack sizer right there. Nice. And let's hit it with 10. That's 100% delirious. And let's go. Come on. 42%. Oh, monsters reflect physical. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All my builds are physical right now. All my builds are physical. Well, that is a juicy map for the future. Let's put that in there. I wasn't really expecting it to come over here. Oh, it looks like I already made one. What do we got here? 39%. Reflect elemental, so I can't run that one either. See, this is why it's really hard to get those big 40% maps. I got a couple, but I gotta get a different build. A build that can do all reflect, which I don't have. 29, that's good enough. Beyond. Oh yeah, that's real nice. That's real nice. Those ones are the most annoying. Let's do rings. All rings. Here we go. Here we go. You know what? I'm not gonna corrupt this one. I just want to run it. And if I could corrupt it, then I gotta go buy winged scarabs to get a giant pack size for a really cool map. Oh, scarabs. I was like, I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. I know these are more expensive. Can't we use elders? There we go. There we go. Got a big boy map. %112% increased pack size, 100% delirious map. Should get pretty thick. Oh my god, I actually died. I actually died. There must have been some type of degen or something. Might have bit off more than I can chew. What the hell is wrecking me? Need more recoup. I don't think I have any recoup. I forgot to sex the maps, I think. Yeah, I definitely forgot to sex the maps. Oh, and the map is really juicy. I forgot just how juicy the map was. Monster damage. Fucking bubble boy, get out of here. This is ridiculous. Oh man, I wish I had Hinakoras. The explodey pops would be so good for this. Already missed. It can't be stunned. The unstoppable. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through it. You ready? This is silly. This is absolutely silly. Barely making a dent. I need some kind of explosion with this build. Or some actual DPS, that's what I need. Gotta do it. Gotta take the damage reduction. I gotta be unstoppable. Nobody stop me now. Nobody steal my flow. Oh no. I got to keep it moving. Well, that shit ain't nowhere near where it says it's at. Bubble people are causing all the problems. Got like triple bosses here. This is pretty cool. Can't tell me this don't look fun. Doing no damage. Kinda like on the brink of death. Oh, you mean you like to actually play this game to kill things? Come on. That ain't fun. No one wants to kill things. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pick up this loot and be on my way, guys. You guys can, you do you. I'll do me. Just don't mind me, just picking up the loot. Gotta get these splinters. Think you guys can follow me? I'll take you to another loot, another crowd. Come on, let's all go, guys. Party of 5. This way, guys. Come on. Gotta hurt them. Damn. That guy gained all his life back. I'm never gonna finish this, am I? I'm gonna be here all week. And it kind of, being able to die kind of diminishes the purposes of this build. Okay, let's see. Is that burning ground? What is it? Paralyzing touch? What the hell is paralyzing touch? Chill. Poison. I need to find a way to get immune to poison. This is a lot of enemies. wasn't able to do the deeps. I ain't got the deeps. Dude, I'm having a blast. This reminds me of Diablo 3. For a while in Diablo 3, you'd get these huge just mobs, and you have to take them out super slowly when you're doing greater rifting. So this feels a lot like Diablo 3 greater rifting when you play like this. And I really like the Diablo 3 greater rifting. Diablo 3 nailed it with the greater rifting. The only problem with Diablo 3's greater rifting was the map selection. But the fact you could pick your map here, so good. Obviously, you don't do this for currency. This is for fun. I'm having a good time. Sometimes you just gotta, from time to time, you gotta take a break from your currency strategy and just have some fun with the game. Unless you have fun with your currency strategy. A lot of times when I have a thing I'm doing to become profitable, it gets a little tedious and not exactly fun. Like I was doing these Maven invitations. I'm not... yeah, Maven invitations, but not the invitation to fight Maven. I've been selling the Maven fights for like 1 divine a pop. So you go through, you fight the Conqueror maps, you get 4 of them, then you do the invitation, you get 5 splinters, you do 2 of those, and you end up with an entire Maven invitation, and you sell that for a divine. It's a pretty damn fun strategy. It's not that profitable. When I do it, it's like 5 divine an hour, just because I play slow, and I got really big pack size, and right now I got a Zdps build. Let's go, Pirate Lord. Good old 30-minute maps like it's back in the day. I don't think I want to fight these other 2 bosses. It's gonna take too long. Build up another love palace right here. Look at this. Love palace. Let me in it. Gonna be popping off. I get in the middle of this big old juicy gangbang and just start exploding on them all. See, he just pissed me off. I should leave and just let him be, but he pissed me off. So I have to tell him. He was smart-eyeing me. Oh, I got. Alright, anyone with a brain should leave this video. Because I am gonna go kill those bosses. And it is going to take a hot fucking minute. Man, I'm not tanky at all. I'm getting wrecked. I mean, I am extremely tanky, but like, apparently not. I'm a nobody. Oh, vulnerability, the time clock, what are you? Fire exposure. What is that ice cube? God damn it. Temporal anomaly? What the hell is that? Frozen ground. I don't know what frozen ground does. I've no shot at completing these temples, but I just like to see the pack size. I mean, I got these all the way up to 11. Come on, guys, group together. I need bigger groups. I need bigger groups. Aww. Put them all together, like Humpty Dumpty. We had another boss, or is that just a big pack? Just a big pack. Probably best to focus on this dude, Koselek. I doubt I'm gonna be able to kill that dude, ever. He's got regenerative properties. I'll focus on Fat Man then. Holy shit, look at my life. I was on burning ground? Yeah, I was probably on. Oh, portal, thank God. Thank God I don't have to do that. Thank God. Because I couldn't have left, you know what I mean? I couldn't have left it. Alright, I'll do one more. We gotta wash that taste. and show that the build actually does damage on regular T16s. We're gonna do one more T16. Dun dun dun. Let's do a graveyard. I have a I have a graveyard. That's fine. Put some cheapo scarabs in there. Oh. I gotta do a little bit of damage again. 84% pack size. I'll fight you later. I want to get more of these dudes killed while I have the delirium going. Don't know why I felt that one guy had to die, but he was smart-eyeing me. You guys have seen for yourself how little loot you get with this much pack size. I don't have any extra loot bonuses. Without the extra loot bonuses, the pack size really does nothing to increase your loot. And the fact that your pack size is so much thicker, it almost feels like you have a negative loot bonus. You're just killing so much and getting so little. If your goal is loot, this kind of strategy ain't for you. Possess me, boys. Let's go. Possess me. I'm possessed as fuck right now. That's where the build's satisfying. You run up to a pack and pop on it. Alright, let's kill this Metamorph. I think I'll do one quick mine, just because mines are really good for this build as well. Well, I imagine until you get to a certain point where you just don't have enough damage. But I'm not at that point yet. I feel most people don't get that point in the mines. Just go in here every now and then to get some fossils for crafting. A lot of pretty flashy lights. I mean, are your eyes not bleeding right now? So many flashing lights. Jesus Christ. Alright, that's the episode. She got